Welcome. And no, I'm not alone, but I don't know, time got away from us. We had a lovely day in Stillwater. Our grandkids and our daughter were here. We sent them off, and I just told Tim, you better quit getting gear. So we have fun cards to show tonight.
I would not have remembered this at all.
Yeah, our memories, but we are so glad to have you guys here. And tonight we're going to talk about masculine cards.
Something has changed, though. I'm in the middle now. She's off to the side.
Oh, okay.
So I've gained.
Okay, well, so when our grandkids come,
right.
one of their favorite things to do, of course, coming to our house would be playing with all the equipment. So I've taught them how to use StreamYard and how to do this and that. So they make tons of videos, they teach dance, they teach crafts, they teach cards, they do, and then they sit back and watch them. So between that and crafts, yeah, this house was a total disaster, but it was very fun. And I love sharing our world and doing that with them. So that is awesome.
There was stuff all over the floor. Karen says, don't worry about it. I'll clean it up.
I said, since this happens so rarely, I will clean. I like them to be busy till the max. So it's all good. If they were here a lot, they'd be cleaning. Okay. And the update on Emerson, she just finished her second round of chemo. And so now she has a week of basically no visitors. And next week we'll be back there. So we're looking forward to that. So all looks good right now. And we're waiting for more reports. So,
and okay. She's still an absolutely adorable sweetheart.
It is so fun. So tonight I thought we'd just talk about masculine cards, and that doesn't really mean masculine cards aren't really just for anyone. And I think floral cards are also masculine cards, but I never know what to call them, but just some ideas. Because some people, feel like they want to make things a little more masculine. So that's what we thought we'd talk about tonight. So very fun. Thanks you guys for all the prayers and support.
Yes.
We've gotten a little behind on sending out some thank yous, but no, they're coming. Okay. I just had to show this because for Father's Day or for anything, if you still have a dad in your life, or Papa would work too. If you have, if your kids have a grandpa that you call Papa or a dad that you call Papa, mm-hmm. I think this is the most hilarious. Mm-hmm. I just love this pop. And you could take this idea of using these, and you could just cut out your words too. If you don't have, you could, draw letters and cut them out, or just draw the letters and put this. I think this just makes it, this is the little popcorn. And I just think that is such a fun idea. I had to start with this. This is Janet Holmes. I was trying to think what else. You could do mom, anything with that one in the middle. So this is kind of a fun.
Go back to the screen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Alana, and I don't know if you figured this out or not, but she said, what is this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know?
Yeah, do you know? I figured it out.
He did.
Wow, Mom.
Hank has been cleared to play ball again. Now the season is over, so he won't be for now, but he'll be able to play basketball when it comes up. So that's good. So thanks for all these questions and the updates. Okay. We have to throw in our stories there, So a lot of you have kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews, and, we're all about enjoying the fun parts of life with them. So anyway, had to start with this just really cute idea. Wow, and we're so glad to have Canadians here, Australians. It is just so fun. The next one we're going to look at is I like to, these cards are very similar. And I think these are Forever Loved, Forever Remembered. What a beautiful sympathy card.
I think they're similar, but different.
This is a popped up thing. So this is Terry Gaines, and this is Angela Meyer. And this is with the, the old-fashioned paper. I need to go back and start making a list of the things I'm showing. But when we're sharing cards, I just kind of pull cards out, so I don't kind of look at all of them. I do for Thursdays, but
they're also looking kind of like autumn cards.
They are, but because they're so nature and earthy tones, mm-hmm. I just think these look they're gorgeous for more of a masculine or just a non-gender kind of card. Yep. If you just want just a very classy card. And I love both of these arrangements. You see how this one's popped up and has little silver details there. And this, just simple and elegant. And, often it's the colors, the texture, kind of that what you choose. Beautiful gallery. Thank you, Jean. We knew that.
Are these two papers from the same place?
Yes. And see, here's another one that is from Jan Shore. And this too, because it's in the blues. Do you see how these all have the same size? They're all using the same size because they have that frame in there. But I think they're just absolutely gorgeous, all of them, what you can do with this. This frame is kind of interesting because you see this frame, you see the sides. It's not like card front. It doesn't, usually when we do things we think of in the middle, this almost goes top to bottom inside. But I think that black looks really rich going through there. And you can see here how we have this on the side. So it's just a different look. If you didn't want it on the side and wanted it more uniform, you would just slide this over, cut off a 1/4 inch, and no one would know it'd be the same size. But I love all of these.
Me too.
And one more with this paper. I just think what's interesting, this is Marianne Grimmer. What's interesting about this, it's kind of like a little double take, but do you see how it's split right there? There's some blue going on. It's actually split into 2 pieces, or you could put something over it. So the words, we have some blue and some blue. Yeah, see, it's just split, and she put blue there. But an interesting way, let's say you have a photo you really like, and so it adds interest by cutting it. Also, if you have a photo or paper that's a little short anyway, look what a fun way to just split it apart and make it fit whatever you want. But I love the borders. We've got the light blue here, and then the Secret Sea just at the very tops. These are the frames. I'll go back if we can't think of them. Somebody will know the frames. They're those fancy frame things. Sentimental frames. Is that right? Somebody have to tell me if that's right. I just love these frames. And this is part of it too. All of these are part of the frames. And then it cuts out some other things. Okay, next, we're going to look at a couple things with the sailboats. And this one is Lynn Feldkamp. I want to make sure you can see it there. You can see, do you see how this is just embossed? No color, just embossed, and just the birds put on. And look how elegant that is. White embossing is just very elegant.
There you go. Oh, you just passed it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. But
Nope.
okay,
There.
but there.
There.
Okay. That is just stunning. And then look at this one, which is also embossed. We've got the plain white embossing. Do you see how that's all the same?
But it's marked.
But she's added the inside of this. She's added just a few pieces. So just interesting. So this still isn't fully stamped and put out like the next one will be. But I just think those are 2 really fun ideas to do. The very plain white or stamped on white. And this one is Sandy Rule. We saw a lot of boats. Well, this whole weekend, I guess we've been by the lakes a lot with the grandkids, and it's been really fun looking at all of them.
If that's the same hall, it makes it look totally different when you when you just kind of touch it up.
Yeah. So it's just really an interesting thing. Another thing you can do now, these are stamps actually put on, but you can do so many things with embossing folders. You could also just paint over this or do other things yourself with it too. But I think these are beautiful. Rebecca says she likes the simplicity of these. And yes, the other was sentimental frame, so that's good. This is the sailboat set. And now let's look at here. It's stamped and then cut out. So all of this comes together. And then this is also one of the dies. So I really like a couple of these, how we're making pictures here. We're going to look at all of these. Well, let's see. We'll look at 2 at a time. So we've got the water stamped on. This one, we've got all these bright colors with a little ahoy. Aren't they fun?
Ahoy.
And they're both cut and put out. This one is Dina Lenneman. And this one is Stephanie Flath. And this is a paler done in crumb cake. And this is really dark. The other, okay. And now just the dies. You can see this one's a die. But it's just part of the die. So you see, that's part of the die, and it doesn't have the sails on top. So isn't that cool too? And then these, you get the different sizes. And I think this is amazing too. This is just with the dies now. The only stamps are added, the words and the birds. The words and the birds.
So, but are you serious if this one is the size of that?
Yeah, it's the same one under there, but without the sails put on top.
There's one sail.
Yeah, there's one sail.
But not both of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with the dies, if you were to look under here, yeah, you can see the top part of that. And then you can add the sails. And I just think it's really cool how to see both of them because they're both pretty awesome. And oh, that's right. These are the new in colors. And that is kind of a fun thing to just see them all together. I forgot to mention that. So these are with the dyes set up. I think that's beautiful. And this one too is with the dyes. And this one is Chrissy Graham from Australia. So looking through a porthole. And I thought, and this, you know, she's done the, you know, I just think these are really fun. All of these are great ideas. And I love seeing a bunch of things together because then you think, oh, I could do all of that with that set. Becky Lynn says, no, I have to order that set. We do our best.
Becky Lynn, we do this on purpose, you know.
And now we're going to look at, this is textured notes. This is Janice Waitman. Black and white is always an idea if you want to just do something to make it more just kind of a generic or masculine. But what I'm really going to look at with these, we're going to lay all these out. And I want you to notice, these are the same stamps. I especially want you to notice this, the different things. We have 4 of them here. And I just, you know, so they're similar but different.
Yeah.
But look how this has the stamp just put on top. So this is like a little watermark behind. Same here, but different. This is the same color. This is different colors. And this has a variety of colors too. So those are all kind of using them faint. And then this one is cut out separately. And I thought that is really cool with a circle and then a half circle there. So
now, are these supposed to be something? They look like they're woven, or
they look like they kind of go with this textured paper. So kind of like woven. I would think of like a basket, but they kind of go with nature kind of.
They look like
kind of
the basket.
So not wood, but they kind of go with the leaves and kind of the browns and the green. And I love this variety, and they're all very masculine looking too. Denise from Western Australia says, I'll be over your way next Monday, traveling around America for 7 weeks.
Whoa.
Now that is an amazing trip. Oh, list all the places you're going to go. That is awesome. Oh, what a fun thing. So we'll see how much of America she's going to cover.
Okay, wait.
I have to say the names of these anyway.
I know, but just the background.
Yes, these two are the same.
One's horizontal, one's vertical, and
yes.
Very cool.
And this is from the same. This is a little textured from the thing. And this shows 5 of the different papers right there, what we call strip cards. And does that make a great background? Because they're all that kind of, you know, like when this is done in bright colors, then it's like a really cute, bright, fun card. But this is very earthy with all those colors. So this one has no name. This one is Kathy Morgan. And notice her inside. You know, she really went the extra and did a lovely embossed piece on the inside. And this one is Kim Nolan. And this one is, oh, and she's got that on the inside. And this one is Karen Braxton. So very fun. They look like placemats. They do. Your mom had placemats like that. They make me think of that. Since we were mentioning black and white, I was going to just mention these again. Do you see how these could be done really pretty and colorful, but they're also great in black and white?
I have a coaster that's kind of woven like that.
Yeah.
For my coffee cup.
Yep, you do. But I think anytime you want to make something feel just more masculine feeling, you know, black and white is another one. And of course, all the jokes for Over the Hill, which I think could be any age now. I think they make those jokes for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I don't think it really matters. But black and white can just be so striking. So I love this wishing you an amazing day going around the corners. And this is the line drawing.
I've been eligible for ARP for 1/3 of my life.
Isn't that just weird? I know. I remember turning 55 and telling my mom, oh, Mom, now we can both go to the seniors events at church together. And now as our kids are getting to be late 40s, it's like it becomes a joke that way too. I don't know. We can't hold time, can we? It just keeps on going. So we'll enjoy what we have. This one has lost its name. And this too in the black and white. Now, I don't think I would think of this. I love the arches. And then the black and white, you know, this would also be beautiful colored in. But isn't that fun?
Nothing says happy birthday like black and white.
birthdays, for certain birthdays. Cheers to another year of you. Oh, that's fun. She's got the make of a wish that goes with the arches and this part on the inside. And then this would hold a gift card or a photo or something. And this lost his name too. But I really like both of those. That is to hold the gift card inside.
Gift card holder.
Okay.
That's not a person's name.
Okay, we're going to look at some other generic ones here. And I gave a baby update at the top of the thing. So thank you again. Must be asking. But what I really like about this, look what a lovely design this is. But plaids are another thing that just make me think cozy winter and fall. And I absolutely love plaids. But they also are very nice for any kind of masculine kind of cards or a non-generic card. Our granddaughter, when she was here making cards this time, that was the plaid paper that they chose to work with, which is really fun out of all the choices. So you never know, so it's just kind of fun. But I think adding this, got the embossing in the background, and just adding a couple of plaids like that looks very, oh, and here's some more plaid ones. So this is the big happy birthday stamp. Just put it on plaid. Look what a simple card that is. And I really like it. This one is Dina Lenneman again.
Did you say this one?
That one has lost its name. And this one is stamped. It's from the same kind of large words, but stamped right on designer series paper.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you would believe it. They're both Dina Lenneman. You can kind of start telling people's styles.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? I hadn't even noticed that. I also love this. We're adding just the plaid, and we can have a little details on the happy birthday. But look how this looks formal enough too, like if you're doing like something more for work or something for like a professional kind of a card. I just think that look is really pretty. And this is a tone-on-tone piece of same color cardstock with it. But I just think the looks of that is very classy. And let's see. This one is really fun. This is Susie Wood. Oh, no, I don't.
Julie.
One we're missing one. One of these was Susie Wood.
And this is Julie.
Oh, this is Julie Beltramo. Yeah. And I love what she did on the inside too. You see, she cut out one star and then she's got the stars in here. And this is all one color stamped 3 times.
Whoa.
So you keep getting lighter and lighter, which is really cool too. That's the second generation technique, but it really adds to the inside. And then you don't have so much space to fill either. But I think that is very classy. And this is really fun. Now, this is a quilted card. So these are all these papers, but it's that rough wood look. And then they've all gone through an embossing folder. So it's very rough textured. So I don't even know if it'd be so much of a quilting look as almost a wood kind of look. It just goes with the wood, but all of these pieces.
I think of Menards.
Yeah, like a panel in the residue. But I just love that as a masculine card idea. And of course, you could do the same card and do it in florals or do it in cute little animals. All of them would just change the feel of the card, but all of them would be really fun. So this one is Dawn Stock. Then had to put this one. This is Amanda Van Havermat. I had to put this because Tim, this is for you. We had to do the one turtle with the hat and the banjo. I just think that one is so cute. And notice how this turtle, this is the stamp set. This is not one cut out. I've used this mostly just the paper cutting out. I've made just so many cards with that. This is the stamp. And I want you to notice how it's stamped on the lemon twist paper. To see how that's colors right in the paper. And then she just added color to that. But adding with that really gives it a nice base color of that. There's no white around the edges. It's all that green. So I think that is really cute.
Now, that arm looks like it's been painted with a brush. But is that?
No, it's just a little embossed feeling there. So it hasn't. The green has been added, but that's a little detail.
Yeah.
And I love what she did on the inside. Look at that cute little detail. Hooray. Hope your birthday is truly awesome. That is a fun one corner thing with a little word there. I have to remember that for insides. See, I don't remember that.
And musical notes.
Yes, love that. Here's another great card, Terry Gaines. Black, red, and white. This is like black and white anytime you add another color. But look, life's detours are better with you. But I love this layout. I just think so. They're hanging. So it's like keys. I think a card like this, wouldn't that be fun to give somebody who just learned to drive, like a new driver, or someone who got their first car, or, you know, house, our daughter that just bought her house and moved down here. But all those kind of things, this is what makes me think of all the things that this would be so cool for. And I love the silver key and the silver paddle.
Black and white and red all over jokes when you were a kid.
Yeah. What's black and white and red all over?
Well, there's
Let's see if
a
you
newspaper.
Remember. Okay, you got it. That's the one I was
newspaper.
thinking of. I didn't know if he'd remember the punchline, so that's how bad we're getting. We have to fill in the things. But I just think that is so pretty, and you know, and I think sending a card for specific fun little achievements like that is also just cool. I think for somebody that's learned to ride a bike and they got a padlock for their bike, you know, how fun would that be to send to a child for that? And that's a good idea. And here I just wanted to look at even like the cookie jar. Look how this looks like fall to me, which is also when I just think cookies are just the perfect thing. But it also looks more masculine, more fallish just by putting it on plaids. You know, if you put on something else, it would look different. It could look more summery. This looks very autumny to me. And I just think the colors on that are just so rich and nice. This is Lisa Bowden.
Our kids started asking each other, our grandkids, have you picked out your Halloween costume yet?
They're totally we
got a long ways away. That's a big holiday for them.
What I did with them, I did a video with them asking them questions, like an interview video. And I thought, ooh, I hope we can do that each year, because it'd be fun to just watch them grow up and say, you know, say different things. So Cheryl, you just got your jar punch. Oh, you'll be in for fun with that. That'll be fun. And then we have some scenery ones. So this is from the Scenic Adventure. This is Jen Bach. I'm going to lay these out. This is Janice Waitman. And this uses the whole scenes. This one's Laura Bartow, and I forgot to pull the thing off. Okay, so if we look at them, here you're going to see that same frame again that we were seeing from before, but just done plainly. It isn't embossed. You just sponged it a little. But do you see how we've got all the dies in here? So those are stamped. This is a combination of stamps and dies. This is all just dies, and I love how that just builds. So these dies would stand alone too if you're doing cards like that. And then I just love the trees done like that, and more trees standing out in front. And then just a note. So 3 things out of scenery. Denise said she's flying into LA for a week, then to Canada for 2 weeks, and then traveling up for probably their book to see Rod Stewart in Vegas. Oh my goodness. And going to Hamilton also because she's a quilter. Oh my goodness. How fun. A 7-week trip with a lot of traveling with that just sounds great. You know, America's so big. So just a fun story. We talk about Tim's Norwegian relatives up here, and they always talk about, because they love to have family come over there, and, you know, family stays with them. They go all around sightseeing. And then when they come here, the relatives that go over there are from Texas, California, and Minnesota. Which one do they come visit? Because it's not like they can come and do all 3 because we're so big.
I think
one of them's done all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it's just size is such an interesting thing. Like, where do you choose to go? That's really fun. Okay. Back to that. Just had to throw that in. And I want to say something about floral cards, because I want to point this out. I think just the colors of this makes this a very neutral, beautiful card with the blue flowers. I wouldn't think of this as, I would definitely give this to a guy. Just because of the colors, and that's like a denim-y blue and the wood grain, and I think that is really pretty. Yeah, Denise, you will have fun. So you must be going places and renting cars. Okay, then we're gonna put these together. Whoa. I've shown these before, but it's been a while, and the difference are this is just stamped. This one is embossed. So if you see this one's shinier, this one the paper was sponged first. This one, this is just background paper from the Bokeh papers. Look at both of them are beautiful. What a great way to use the stamp set. I just think those are absolutely stunning. This is Holly Peterson. And this is Kathy Morgan. And then look at this one. I also love this one. Same stamp, but just on part of an arch. So you see that middle part, but a totally different look. It's like a soft scenic look, and then put on this. And I just think all three of these are stunning. This is Leslie Baumgartner. And I don't think I would have thought of doing this. So I think that's just really cool. And I love seeing the difference. Both of these are absolutely stunning, you know, between the embossing and the other.
And when I look at that, I think of like oil, because that's really dark and thick.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Like for your mechanic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. In a peaceful setting.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, Wednesday, tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be having an unboxing of some new things coming. So next, and we have a fun fold card for Thursday. These are just going to be some of the little scenery cards. And I just thought this is kind of fun. This one's interesting. But time to celebrate. It's really cool. But look at that pop of pink. So it's all done in grays. This is stamped on a smoky slate. And we still have these, you know, dye things. This is Carol Johnson. And that pop of pink just totally makes it different. Now, if you didn't want to do pink, you could do, I think, like a lime green. All kinds of colors could be good on this. And just plain another black would also be good. So it's just an interesting look. And then this is done. This is very pale, just done in a green. And this one is Kim Peck.
So are you saying a pop of pink like this is a pop of pink?
Well, because it goes around the outside.
And it's
here, but it's not in there.
Kind of hidden.
But it's yeah, and you kind of notice it because it's the frame, but it's a thin frame.
Very thin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if it were a thicker, you know, so it's kind of fun. And then this one is one colored. So when you look at all of these smaller stamps, I think it's just really fun because they can stand alone or they can be colored. And here you see both of these. This has that same kind of textured paper that we were looking at. So this one has lost its name. This one is, oh, I did say them, I guess. I did say them. Kim Peck and whoever this one was. You know, I won't remember, but Carol Johnson. And then we have two. Yes, Becky Lynn says unboxing gets her in trouble. Yes, they will be a lot of Christmas sets, fall and Christmas. Two favorite things. And here again are the small. This is, you know, so this is pretty cool because this is a lighthouse kind of colored in. This is actually popped up. This is a card sent to me from Kathy. This was a personal card sent to Tim. I can't claim his cards. But I also thought this was interesting how she's got the background paper back here in the frame, but you kind of see that almost like this could be wallpaper. And then with this hanging and this hanging inside. So it's just an interesting look.
Kathy, let me just say that it was for me, but after my birthday and after the holiday,
I claim them. And then this is a lovely sidestep card like that. Isn't that pretty? So it stands up like this, and this is Carol Slack. But again, two fun uses of that. And then we have to show two of these. This is this set's a little daunting. I haven't done anything with this set. I think this is for, who here has the set? And have you, Anne was saying that pink around the thing was a visual relief from the gray and black too. Yeah, that's true. It gives this little thing. Who has this set and has made cards with it? I think it is just adorable. I just haven't been bold enough to play with it. But I thought these two both look very masculine with the plaid and the reds and also the red on the back. I mean, these look like you. These are perfect. Isn't that great? This would be like a sweater vest kind of thing. Zipping by to say hello. And this, it's so cute because you can see the zipper is all together here and then it splits out in the die. And this one has pockets. I just think, anyway, I think it's adorable. Kathy Parlitzis, but it's looking a little undaunting. And no one has said, I haven't seen anyone say that they've played with us. Oh, and this is one for you from Christine Spahn, if you're on here. So, Tim, I'm using your cards. It makes sense because we're doing masculine cards. But I just think both of these are just really pretty.
And I am so masculine.
Yes, yes. You like everything, flowers and everything. But just to group things as we talk about things. And, you know, a lot of people prefer to send not flowery cards anyway. So it just fits that too, is kind of whatever. But
That
I
was
think
me as
this,
a kid
oh man.
catching bullheads down at the Des Moines River.
Yes, I love that. I just can see little kids doing that. These two come from the same stamp set on the dock, and I just
This is
and
Karen's
this is like on the dock.
family cabin.
Yep, absolutely. That we had, and do you see how this is just popped up? So this is all stamped on one, and then you go through and do the die cut and pop it up. So do you see under there, it's just black. This is just popped up. So how cool is that? And this is Leanne Greff. And this one, oh, another joyfold on the sideways. Somebody knows, somebody cares, your name is whispered in somebody's prayers. And this is Jan Rodrian. Lynn says it's definitely a learning curve. Okay, that's what I'm curious about it. Oh, and
this was us standing on that dock.
oh yeah, back in the day, that was us back in the day. Tim was showing that to the grandkids to see if they recognized who that was in there.
That is
back in the
back in
the
I think
60s.
We were dating maybe about
Late 60s, early 70s.
And
So
this
it's probably
was-
around 1970.
well, it says it right there, 72.
Oh, 72. I was older than I thought. Anyway, that's pretty hilarious. But I love this. We do appreciate comments, all the things that you do with us, just the engagement. I always go back and read things afterwards. We don't get everything always responded to. I just, sorry. And we're going to show trees, of course. Trees are just so fun. So I want to show these two first because these are just stamped in green. So this is an old olive and this is garden green. So two different greens. And just look how they've done the backgrounds. So they're very monochromatic. They are just using that one color and doing that. And I think that I love these layouts. This is Carol Slack. This is Judy Anderson. And then this one, the one that's different about this, do you see how this is colored on the bottom? So if this is one large stamp, but to make this, you stamp it first in the lighter green, and then you can take your darker color and color in the dark part. And so then, and it won't hurt your pens. We've done that before.
You
If anyone
can't
wants to see
stamp
that,
it
remember that.
twice.
No, and then you stamp it, but then this will have two colors on the stamp.
Okay.
So it just kind of cool. So that's easy to do too. And this is Katie Johnson. So these are just some fun ideas of how to think about making something feel a little more masculine, just in your choice in colors. And I just love all cards. So, but sometimes we just have to categorize them and sometimes it'll be like cute cards. I was thinking next week we might do cute animal cards because I have a whole bunch of those. Sometimes it helps to just put things together and kind of look at little sets together and think about who you would do this with. So I think, and this tree, I did want to mention this tree set is a great beginner set because there's so much used with the tree and it's got all your basic little words. So for somebody brand new to stamping, that is just really fun too. But thanks to all of you. So Wednesday we'll do an unboxing and Thursday we have a fun card. I just put together now when we got home before. That's what I was busy working on because I had to get the stuff for the newsletter tomorrow to go out. I'm such a last minute person. It's ridiculous. But thanks for spending this time with us and have a wonderful evening and we'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.